So it's a couple of seconds late. I was working on something and lost track of time. Sorry. At any rate, this is Coffee Talk Rise and Shine, my friends. We are here. We have made it together to the beautiful start to our day. It is just gorgeous outside. To our Tower Cam network we go. There's a live look at the Ponce Inlet, Daytona Beach shores from our new Smyrna Beach Tower Cam. I like it. It's very, very nice outside. A peek in on our first warning live Doppler radar showing a nice and quiet setup. Do have a little bit of thunder and lightning off the shoreline there. Not a big concern, but you can see it there. Let me loop this. Just kind of hanging out, doing its thing. No big worries. Yeah, so you do your thing, we'll do our thing. Temperatures outside sitting at 75 degrees in Orlando. It's 74. Oh, that's good. That's good. By the way, that was my first sip of coffee of the day. So it may take me a while through Coffee Talk to boot up. I hope that's okay. 72 degrees in DeLand. It's 71 in the Villages, 71 degrees in Wildwood. So it looks great. Feels great. Here's a look at our forecast today. Looks like summer. Feels like summer, right? Look at these temperatures, 84 by 11 o'clock. I'm going to be mowing the yard shortly after doing Coffee Talk. Yeah, 88 degrees by 1 o'clock, 92 degrees by 3 p.m. And that's when we start to fire up those showers and those thunder showers. In talking about coffee, Laura says, I haven't had a sip yet. About to fire up my new espresso maker and hopefully don't break it. Here's raising a cup of espresso to you. Love it. How was the meeting with the boss? Tim's asking. First, good morning to you. It was good. We're doing something kind of fun for the hurricane special. Nancy and I are working on this, along with our executive producer, Bilal. So you'll hear more about it for sure. But that's what that meeting was about. So it's good. That was a very good meeting. Gotta love that. Yeah, gotta love that. Gotta love this weather, too. It is gorgeous. Let's peek ahead to Futurecast. Just see what's doing. Click. Oh, man, I need to wake up. All right. So here's Futurecast for the day ahead. And we're looking fine this morning, right? But notice 1231, 132. We're starting to see some of that green popping up on the map, right? Yeah, 3:30, there's 4:30, 5 o'clock. You see those widely scattered showers and storms. And around 6:30, that's when we're starting to see the Seabreeze collision firing up even more activity. So dinner time tonight, my friends. We may be looking for the kiddos at, showers and storms. So that also means we may want to do bath time a little early. Might want to. Just might. Mark, good morning. Boy, we could sure use some rain here in Ruskin. We've only had 3 rain events the entire year. Yeah, and you can see very clearly on Futurecast, it's not going to be focused in on your area today, unfortunately. Tina, good morning. Just finished making a pot of iced pilone and now getting a cup. Ooh, I can't say I've ever done pilone iced, but I feel like I like a double shot, like an iced mocha at Starbucks with an extra shot. So maybe if I could figure out a way to do that at home, I could save a little money. Oh man, no update on that yet, Brian. Still going up the corporate ladder. So no update on Coffee Talk merch for a scholarship kind of thing. Still going up the corporate ladder on that, but that's okay. Listen, that's okay. That's the stuff we'll get to. We're all here together. So well, yeah. Ooh, look at you with a chai tea this morning, Chris. So there you go. Through 9 o'clock, widely scattered showers and thunder showers on Futurecast. We're adding more and more humidity to the mix. We're still in the comfy register, but we're now in the higher echelon of the comfy register. So there's that. Yeah. When we look at rain chances these next couple of days, you'll notice we're up there, 40, 50, 60% coverage of showers and storms. This is very much... Now, do we get a frontal boundary that sweeps through and drops the humidity and thus resets things, delaying the onset? of the rainy season? We'll have to wait and see. But at least for now, that does not look to be the case. Let's just peek in on the raw GFS temperature data for Central Florida. This is, guidance, not gospel. But you notice here, there's no more hit of cooler air. Like yesterday, some of the models were trying in here, were trying to give us highs in the 70s. And we know that we're not going to be getting highs in the 70s, but the models were trying to hint at an opportunity for a cold front. That's gone. So it looks to me like more and more we're headed into the full-on rainy season onset. So that's fine. Look, that's fine. I'm fine with it. If you're heading out to the attractions, though, it may be one of those days where you're going to have to head inside, boot, scoot, and boogie into the Living with the Land Pavilion. Go ride Body Wars or take in the Kitchen Cabaret. Enjoy Universe of Energy. All of those rides are defunct, or attractions are defunct. I know. I'm just teasing. You could do the Living Seas, now that it's the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Anyway, you get the idea. Showers and thunder showers are around. We've got a big event coming up this weekend over at the Speedway, the Welcome to Rockville Festival. And I heard this morning on XM that they were even promoting that they're going to have a channel on Sirius XM for this thing. So for today, watching the radar, there are showers and thunder showers. All right, now let's get an idea of kind of the overall perspective. All right. So here we are, storm system kind of approaching us, and what that means is that, we're moistening up the atmosphere around Central Florida, right? So we've got that covered for you. But that's going to continue for tomorrow and for the next day and for the next day. So, my friends, let's just take a look at this. All right, Central Florida's certified most accurate 7-day forecast. And there you go. Decent opportunity for showers and thunder showers each and every day. High temperatures in the 90s. Now, we do get a little bit of a drop-off in temperatures. Don't read into this as being a cold front, but, you'll notice here there's a little bit of a drop-off. Is it a wind shift? Is it more clouds? For right now, don't read too much into that, but rather just know that we're working our way directly into the rainy season. All right? Now, the rainy season typically doesn't start for another few days' time. All right? The typical rainy season starts in about 10 days or so. 9-10 days. So, but we're seeing those cold fronts stopping. We're seeing those daily storms starting. And dew point temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Right? And one way to check, just looking at our... Hold on a second. Just looking at our current temperatures, they're in the 70s. If we look at the dew points, and this is about the lowest. If we look at the dew points... outside right now, they're in that vicinity. And if we were to look futurecast dew points, they drop in the afternoon. That's fine. It's the mornings that you really look for. Yeah, dew point temperatures there in the 70s, right? Friday. I don't know, the futurecast will go. Saturday. Friday morning, Saturday morning. Yeah, it's upper 60s, lower 70s. So we're very much seemingly in that rainy season pattern. Figment's still there. No, Figment is still there. They've updated the ride years ago, but Figment is still there. Yeah, John, Figment is still there. All right, so that's kind of where we're at locally. The rainy season is seemingly here. Now, the Weather Service has not called it, but we'll wait to see. We still need to wait to see. We're still waiting to see if any other fronts move in. So we'll have time. All right? All right, let's. I am not awake, you guys. It's my day off. I need to take some time for myself today. I have one more story to write for the Hurricane Special, and then my part of it is done. That'll be nice. And then we're working. Nancy Bilal and I are all working on this other little special thing. So that'll be a lot of fun. Particularly if you have children, the thing that we're working on is going to be particularly great. So yeah, Janice, you have a surprise for us today? Not yet. All right. So I've been kind of teasing. This new little thing, and I'm still going to tease it. Maybe we'll be. I'm waiting for the boss. To let me say it, but I'm working on it. But I will tell you that I don't see why it would be an issue. But assuming that it's not an issue, we may have something new going on in our little world here next week. What is that guy talking about? It's called a tease in the biz. So I'm working on some things. What could it be? It's not replacing Coffee Talk. But could we be adding something else? I wonder what. Interesting. Get some sleep. We do not need you burnt out. Yeah, I'm gonna take it easy today. I think my personal goal is going to be to mow the lawn, do a little cleaning around the house, and then power down, go into low power mode. I think that's my goal for the day. I think. Yeah. All right. Enough about that. Shall we look to the tropics? It's not hurricane season. Yet, but the Hurricane Center, as of the 15th, has started putting out their tropical weather outlooks, and happy to report that there is no development anticipated over the next 7 days' time. So there's that. Laura says, I have anxiety. I can't wait a week. I can actually tell you won't have to wait a week. I can promise you that. What could we be talking about? What could I be doing something? What could I be adding to the equation? We'll see. All right. So that's a look there now. Let's do this. I don't know why that hotkey isn't working. All right. You want to be a putz? Let's be a putz. All right. Let's check in on the computer model data, shall we? This is going to be the raw GFS model data, all right? And let's just look. Timestamp, top right part of your screen there, valid 12Z, so that's Thursday. So what we're watching for today and tomorrow, kind of lowered pressure over Florida, absolutely confirmed. That's why we're rising the rain chances, all right? Into next week, you kind of see a broad area of low pressure in the northern Gulf. Now, I do want to point out, while we're talking about something in the northern Gulf, this is a part of our hurricane forecast. However, water temperatures in the northern Gulf are they're not warm. So I would not anticipate anything. I'm just going to slide this up just a little bit here. I would not anticipate anything to be developing from that, just because the water temperatures are not warm enough. But the fact that the model is indicating that kind of goes to show water temperatures there are kind of like in the mid to upper range of the 70s. No, I'm not taking you, Carla, on a Coffee Talk cruise. Good gravy. But one thing that's interesting, so you notice, like that area of low pressure there, that's Tuesday of next week, all right? And then rolling through time, and we kind of end up with this like little storm system over Florida, brings us plenty of moisture. Model there is even trying to show something of a low around the Jacksonville, Savannah, Tybee area. Whether or not it develops is, not a big concern. Still with lowered pressure around us. Maybe a storm system way out past Bermuda. Whether or not it's tropical remains to be seen. That's Thursday, June 1st. There's June 2nd. And that's as far out as the GFS goes. But, it's showing lowering pressure. And I think that the model's trying to pick up on the Nicole part of the pattern. whether or not it's showing up at all there, there's that. But let's do this. Let's head over here and let's look. This is the European from last night. Area of low pressure around Florida. That's definitely the Nicole part of the pattern there. That's the 31st of May. Right, trying to go with some broad low pressure around us. We go to the operational 6E European. Doesn't go out very far. Yeah, what does it only goes out 90 hours? But you can see there's that lowering of pressure. If we go to the 0Z, yeah, there's the Nicole part of the pattern right there, the 26, 27. It's a little early, but it's trying to show up. So, bottom line is this. The good news is that for right now, still anticipating for nothing to be developing in the tropics the next 7 days' time. But we'll be watching. We'll be watching. If we check in on the calendar, we've not seen anything significant form. But like here's the calendar, and here we are. It's the 18th of May. This week we've been watching for a quote unquote Carolina storm system, and truth be told, there's been plenty of low pressure off and around the coast of the Carolinas. Whether any of it is developing, not a big concern. It's something there. So there's that. Then next week, the Florida Gulf Coast storm system. That's our old front that's going to be draped across us. So that's going to bring us some rain. And don't be surprised if you see a little spin up develop in the Gulf of Mexico and kind of cross the peninsula. Whether or not that happens, there's lowered pressure around us. And then 29, 30, 31, like that last week in May into June, we'll be watching the East Coast for the Nicole part of the weather pattern. All right, Cindy, any triangles expected to pop up on the 7-day? You mentioned tonight through tomorrow being possibly more severe. Yeah, so the dynamics, that's a good question. So the dynamics for strong weather are a little elevated for today and tomorrow. You can see we've got that decent shot of showers and thunder showers each and every day, right? But for today and for tomorrow, there's a little colder air upstairs. The models have definitely backed off on it, but there was a little bit of extra energy, I'll say, in the atmosphere. I just would say at this point, we could be talking about some stronger storms this afternoon, and that's fine. Florida's going to Florida, but no, as of right now, we're not looking at any triangles on the 7-day forecast, which I'm totally fine with. So, yeah, I'll take that. Better than a sharp poke in the eye. Better than a sharp poke in the eye, right. All right, so questions, comments, concerns, anything. Anything. Passing around the coffee pot. Hey, nothing wrong with that. One thing that we didn't do, let me pop the model back up. We didn't look at like the European or GFS ensemble plot just to see is anything trying to get a little feisty on the ensembles. So let's do GFS ensemble. Pressure, all members. Ive. They changed this. Hold on a second. I have to figure out. Multi-member. There we go. Okay, I think this is what I want. Yes. All right. They changed this around this year. They added some more stuff. Okay. GFS ensemble plots. So showing like a little Carolina low there. No members going crazy. A little bit around Bermuda per se. And then that's going to be like the Gulf Coast part of the pattern. It's an old front. It looks like it's going to be like bubbling something up off of our East Coast and going into the Carolinas. That makes sense. And yeah, nothing really beyond that. All right. That's the GFS. Let's check the European. Just looking. 'Cause, 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 'cause Just looking. Nothing impressive. But at the end of the day, it just, with lowering pressure, with pressures bubbling up like they are these next few days, you're going to get moisture bubbling up. And so don't be surprised, I guess. Don't be surprised if we end up with something homegrown trying to form. I'm not excited about it, but that's just the way that's the way these patterns go, right? So you've got an old front, area of low pressure, trough kind of hanging out for our Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's still around, another front kind of trying to move our direction and will weaken, and it's along these old fronts that you just essentially kind of watch moisture chances go up and weak early areas of low pressure bubbling as well. Chris says I'm now on the last episode of Rebels. Oh yeah, that episode's a lot. Yeah, so you know how good it is. I'm curious to hear your report. Brian, yesterday when you were showing the BSR in the last two frames at the bottom corners, I saw a purple front band. I know that blue means cold front and red means warm front, but the purple, I believe it's an occluded front. It's like a weather nerd term. It's not like a big, if it's what I think it was, it's just an occluded front. It's just like a stopping, essentially. It's running into itself. We don't really talk much about that here just because we don't get them in Florida. It's just a little more in the weeds than we need to do. I mean, if we're getting into severe weather dynamics, but on the BSR, just write it off because it doesn't really apply. James says that storm in Winter Garden yesterday was something else wind-wise. Yeah, there were some good storms. That's the thing with Florida that we have to remember is like every single day things could get nasty. So we have to remember that. And we have to plan, which is why I will tell you, transitioning into summer, we're not going to be putting triangles on when, there's a chance of severe weather because that's every day. So we kind of change modes and we only show them when there's an even higher threat. So when we look at our impact days versus our warning days, if we had impact days for every chance of severe weather, it would be every single day. So we change that based on the season. So heading into summer, you're not going to see those triangles for threats of severe weather because every day has that. You're going to see it for kind of days that stand out more. That's what we've always approached it as, is a way to show the dynamic of severity should stand out. Okay, so that's the way we look at it. Yeah. Is there a calendar for June? Not yet. I haven't put one out yet. I actually don't know if I have any dates. I'll go do that. I'll go do that. Maybe this weekend. Yeah. Laundry's calling me. See you, Janice. Have a good one. Anybody else have any questions before I pop off? Yeah, the storms yesterday were pretty good. We're going to have some more storms today, more storms tomorrow, more storms on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. Oh, man. Always fun. I know I'm supposed to be off, Kelly. Oh, well. Crystal, of course. So I won't be doing too much work. I mean, I'll be tracking the storms this afternoon, and we'll have our afternoon coffee talk at 3:30. But I need to take some of the time for the day for sure. Yeah, Laura says I still have to pack all three of us for our trip. Bye. That sounds like fun though. I want to go on a trip. Can you just throw me in the bag? Take with y'all, please. Kelly says, you never stop working. I bet you're working in your sleep and you don't even know it. Well, I'll tell you, there are times where I'll wake up and be like, I have an idea. And this little thing that I keep teasing you guys and gals about, it wasn't even my idea. It was somebody else's idea. And that somebody is going to be working with me on this idea every single time we do said idea that I'm not going to tell you yet. What? Oh man, isn't that fun when I get to tease you guys and gals? I love it. Oh well. All right, that's all I got for you. I hope you have a great day. Make it a great Thursday. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Don't work too hard. Work hard enough. And I'm going to go mow the yard. Good times. Be the sunshine. See y'all at 3:30. Take care.